Hey guys, Thunderstud here, and today I'm bringing you the first deck from a brand new box. It's our, what they say, 31st mini box. I have no idea what it's called. Something about a volcano, because it's tons of fire support, and we just got that new Brody character who's all fire support. So it's going to be a bunch of fire decks. Last box was water with all those sharks, and we got that shark character. Now it's fire. So Konami's trying to act like they know what they're doing. But yeah, so first out the box, we're going with new Hazy. There's all sorts of fire support for the older archetypes and a new archetype in this latest box. But we're starting with Hazy because boy oh boy is this Hazy Xyz monster freaking crazy. Now, you saw when Xyz were brand new, I was using Hazy Flame to get out to the other Xyz monsters, being Force Focus and Sword Breaker. They weren't too crazy of a boss monster on their own to really bring Hazy back. But man, this is a crazy boss monster. So it's 2 or more level 6 fire monsters. So pretty specific. But what they mean by 2 or more is you could use 3 and then it'll have 3 instances of material. Why do you want to do that? Because it gains different effects for how much material you have attached to it. When it's 3 material to them, you get 200 attack for each material on you. When it's 4 material, cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. 5 material, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it pretty much becomes Cactius if you get 5 material on them. Can't be targeted, can't be destroyed. Swings even harder than Cactius though. So Cactius is just completely banned from the game. And then they give us this monster. Now you're probably asking, how the heck do you get 5 material on a monster when there's only 3 monster zones? How is that even possible? We have a couple new ways, Hazy specific, to get more material onto our Basiltrice here. And that's Hazy Flame Hydra and Hazy Flame Pillar. We'll start with Pillar. It's a spell card. You can normal summon a Hazy Flame monster for 1 less tribute, so you can bring out any of your monsters. That's a good use for Sphinx, who can mill 1, special summon 1 if you call the mill correctly. We have Pertin. Pertin will let you discard 1, special summon 2 from your deck. Super useful in getting out Hydras. But on top of that normal summon, you can also target 1 Xyz monsters you control, attach a Hazy Flame monster to it as material. So you could do a 3 Xyz, attach another piece of material with the spell, and then you have 4. But let's say one of your Xyz was a Hazy Flame Hydra, and you gain this effect when it's used as Xyz material. When it is Xyz summon, you can target 1 Hazy Flame monster in your graveyard, attach that target to this card. So as long as you use something like a Pertin or a Sphinx and you have extra monsters in your graveyard, you can use 3 sets of material. Then Hydra can trigger, give you another. Then you can use Pillar, give them another from your hand. That's 5 material. Cannot be targeted or destroyed. Easily over 3,000. Absolutely insane monster. Definitely worth the 6. And we still have the older 6s to fall back on, like Force Focus and Sword Breaker. Force Focus is going to negate effects. Sword Breaker will destroy a certain type as long as you call it. Another new Hazy we have is Hazy Griffith. It makes it so we can pretty much just run Hazy monsters. We don't need any of those special summoning monsters to use as tribute fodder. So we can use this boy. If your opponent controls a monster and all the monsters on your side of the field and in your graveyard are fire, and only fire, so that's why we're not using Sphere Kuriboh, that's why we're using all this kind of stuff. You can just special summon them, so you don't have to have no monsters, just everything you do have and everything in your graveyard has to be fire. Super easy way to get it out, super easy way to tribute then if you do want to tribute, or just do the Xyz from there. And last but not least, we have our Mausoleum of the Emperor and 1 copy of Star Blast, because Star Blast is limited to 1. These will help us summon those things like Pertin and Sphinx. That way we can get the combos started. But we're also using Titan Showdown, so if we lower our life points enough, we'll have double damage with our boy Basiltrice. So I've showed you all the effects it gains just passively. It also has another effect. Once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card, target 1 monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard, and banish that target. So this monster is absolutely crazy, guys. You can combine that with Titan Showdown. Say you Star Blast out a Pertin. Pertin discards 1, you special summon 2 Hydra, or even a Sphinx and a Hydra, get 2 Hydra on the field, 3 material. Hydra's effect can stack. As long as you have the material in the graveyard, you'll get even 2 more material, add-on stuff, get to 5 quick, banish your opponent's monster, swing with Titan Showdown for lethal. Lots of just crazy convoluted Hazy plays. It's nuts, guys, but you've probably seen at least a few of my Hazy decks, so most of it will look familiar. Crazy new monster. I don't think it's going to make Hazy Flames exactly meta, but still very, very intimidating. It's like the definition of a boss monster. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Sartorius. Sartorius is the new meta, guys. Desperado. Degenerate counter traps are making a comeback, but guess what? This deck eats that deck completely alive. You're about to see firsthand, starting with 2 Pillar and a Sphinx. Did forget to mention Cerberus. He actually searches your Pillar when he's destroyed, and he can normal summon without Pillar, so it's really a good way to get to Pillar. Anyway, we got a Sphinx out with our Pillar. We special summoned a Pertin with the Sphinx. We used the Pertin to bring out 2 Hydra. We're going to use all 3 of these material on the field to do our XCs. That means he'll get these 3, plus it'll trigger 2 Hydra effects that do chain. That means we'll be able to target the 2 monsters in our graveyard. The Cerberus we discarded with the Pertin's effect, and we're going to attach them to ourselves. That'll be an immediate first turn 5 material XCs of Basiltrice. We can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, massive attack, and we even have pillars to attach future monsters to us in case we want to banish some dark machines. So here he's using 1 cup of Vase, 2 cup of Vase. That's a full +2 to his hand, guys. Crazy card advantage. Uses Machina Fortress. So glad Machina Fortress is getting love. Very underrated card that I've always loved. Very glad to see it getting meta play now. Starts with a Misjudge. Tries to kamikaze with Fortress. That would normally be a very solid play. But Basiltrice can't be destroyed or targeted, guys. So he has to target just the Pillar to destroy. You can already see we have a backup Pillar. Now here I potentially wanted to break Misjudge's coin flips. He still had 1 guaranteed head, so I wanted to get that out of the way with our Pillar there, and I wouldn't have minded too much if it got negated. So we swing. We're still at 5 material. Can't be targeted or destroyed. All we gotta do is be careful not to activate any counter traps and be returned to the hand or anything like that. But it should be easy enough, because Desperado's not going to be able to do anything. Blast Spider can't do anything. Desperado's trying to swing at us. He can target us with that, select us with that. Technically not a target, but doesn't do anything. Now he survives with the Temperance, has to put the Mighty Desperado Barrel Dragon into defense. Casual swing, just avoiding these back rows, guys. We know what kind of back row he has. It's pure counter traps here. I'm going to take advantage and use Star Blast. That way we get rid of his ability to use our Titan Showdown. And now we finish him off with a casual Hazy Sphinx. Normal summon, don't even use his effect. Trigger nothing, guys. Just swing and win. Great, great stuff. Alright, here we are facing an old school Seto Kaiba, believe it or not. Going second. He's using balance. I didn't even know old Kaiba had balance, honestly. Doesn't even make sense, really. He's not really a balance type player. Anyway, it's a Row Mages. Starting with a Jasmine, Gardening, super annoying card, sets a monster. It's got a Kanaga. Very good start as far as the Row Mages go. We're going to start by special summoning our Griffith. Now we use our Hazy Pillar. That's our Pertin. Now we use Pertin's effect to bring out 2 Hydras. That means we're going to go into an immediate Basiltrice with 3 material of what we used and 2 instances of Hydra effects, so it's a little much to keep up with, but that's the full 5 material immediately. And then we can even Pillar, put a 6 piece of material on it, banish that Kanaga, swing into the Jasmine for 3,400. Great, great productive second turn. Here he's using Aroma Gardening to gain more from a Jasmine summon. Thinks Dried Wind's going to do anything, but it sure isn't because we can't be targeted or destroyed. Top deck a 200 attack monster, so might as well just attach it to us. He's going to special summon with Winds. Gains a Gardening Heal once again. That gives him 2 Jasmine draws. Dried Winds does nothing. Now we're going to banish another one of his Jasmines. Eventually we're just going to banish all his monsters. Here he gets to use his Gardening because we're swinging at him with more life points. But he swings out a Bergamot we don't have to target. Swing into the Jasmine for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing that new school little Yugi going first. See what our boys got first. Gotta show him Titan Showdown. We're starting with a Pillar. We have a Pertian. Normal summon him. Throw away our Hydra. Bring out a Sphinx and a Hydra. That way if we get our Sphinx correct, which we did, we can bring out that second Hydra. And that means we're going to get 3 material from the 3 material we used. 2 instances of our Hydra's effect, which is going to put 2 more monsters on us. We're already at 5. And there we are at 6. So we have our full instances of protection. Cannot be targeted. Cannot be destroyed. And now we have 2 instances of banish removal. So there's really virtually nothing you can do against this monster. And this guy is doing virtually nothing against this monster. We just swing 3 times and win the duel. Absolutely crazy monster. You're not getting him that flush on the field every time, but when you do, whoa man. Okay, forgot to show my extra deck. There we go. We're going first. This deck definitely likes going first, especially if you can get a first turn 5 material Basiltrice, and it's totally possible. I think we're about to do it with this hand. So we're starting with Hazy Pillar. We're going to normal summon Pertian. Special summon a Sphinx. Special summon a Hydra. Mill again. Special summon a Cerberus. That's Basiltrice. Plus the Hydra, who equips the Sphinx. Then we equip from our hand with Pillar. That's 5. That means we can't be destroyed. Cannot be targeted. We're ready to go. We are fighting a Blue Eyes. His back row probably targets, probably destroys, so he's not going to be able to touch us. We Hazy Pillar 1 more. Hit him for 3.7k. 1 Mighty Swing. No answer to even stop us. Now he's got a Master. Master returns Sage. Now he can use that Sage on the Master to bring out a Spirit of White. He's going to banish our Pillar, but that's not really a big deal because we already have 6 instances of material. That means we have our full 5 plus 1 in case we need that banish. We don't really need that banish, and I could feel this delay, which is why I didn't banish him. We're just swinging. But he leaves the Blue Eyes in attack. I don't know if this makes you put it in attacks, but no, you could just special summon it in defense, but he decided to go with attack, and that's lethal, guys. Great stuff. Alright, here we are facing another Sartorius, going second. Now, I mean, this deck just eats Sartorius up, guys. Master Destiny just really can't do anything versus this deck once you get your boss monster out, and once you get 5 on him. So here our boy's going first. He's starting with a Cup of Ace, not a big deal. Necro Valley does affect our deck a little, but it's not going to stop us here. We're going to use our Mausoleum. Mausoleum minus just 1,000. Bring out our Pertin. Pertin throws away a Pertin. Bring out our Sphinx. Bring out a Hydra. We're going to try to swing for lethal with just these 2 boys. We don't have to follow up into an Xyz. We wouldn't be able to use our Hazy Flames effect to, well, we'd have to special summon from our hand, so we're not even going to bother. Here our boy uses a Time Wizard, blows up our little Hazies, swings for 500. Still not a big deal as we have our Mausoleum and a special summon. So we're going to special summon the Griffith, Mausoleum out the Cerberus. Now if we didn't attack our opponent at all, we'd have our Titan Showdown range, but we did. So we're going to go with number 25. We don't have to use a Hazy Flame. You can bring out any of the Xyzs we want. Bring out Force Focus, swing over the little Time Magician for lethal. Very good stuff, guys. So Mausoleum plays. I like Mausoleum. I like Star Blast. You have to be a little careful with Star Blast because you are altering that monster's level. So you'd want to use it on Pertin, ideally, because you're going to tribute your Pertin anyway. And he's going to be off the field. His level won't matter. crazy stuff like that. Very, very good to see Hazy Flame get new support. I don't know if this is all their support. I'm assuming there's got to be at least one more Xyz monster for them if they're an Xyz archetype, but you guys would know better than I do. We just know what's in the game right now. Like I said, I don't think it's going to really break the meta too crazy or anything. It beats up on Desperado, so that's going to be valuable in and of itself once you're tired of that deck after a while, and that probably will likely happen in the future. You can just whip this out, get some W's, feel better about yourself, and move on with your day. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.